Testing 1 2 3 4. Test. Testing 1 2 3 4. Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to another exciting edition of High School Sports here on your High School Sports Leader, Oregon Sports Beat. Tonight, from Doc Adams Field on the campus of Tillamook High School, it's 4A boys soccer featuring the defending state champion Newport Cubs and playoff-bound last year Tillamook Cheesmakers. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Hall. I'll be doing the play-by-play tonight and the color. We have another game going in Portland, Oregon, where we're featuring we're featuring Wilson and David Douglas. So we have that game going. Garrett Emerson and Steve Roberts are doing that game, and I'm here in Tillamook doing this game. Been an exciting start to this game. We had a downpour. We had lots of lightning. We were in the middle of the JV game. The JV game got canceled, and we're going to start right now in just a few minutes here with the varsity game. I want to tell you about our sponsors tonight, and we've got 5 of them. Our sponsors tonight who are bringing you Newport Cubs boys soccer, Clearwater Restaurant. Clearwater Restaurant is proud to sponsor the defending state champion Newport High School soccer team. Clearwater Restaurant on Newport's Bayfront gives you one-of-a-kind experience with breathtaking views, playful sea lions, if you've ever seen those, and award-winning gourmet food and outdoor and indoor dining, and a full bar and lounge. Here's to a great year on and off the field from your friends at Clearwater's Restaurant. Also a sponsor, Canyon Way Dental. Canyon Way Dental is focused on providing families with the most comfortable dental care on the Oregon coast.
Tillamook Cheesmakers.
Dr. Hewlett and his experienced staff are ready to help you with all of your dental needs and ongoing dental health. Canyon Way Dental. If you hear that in the background, PA announcer, they're making an announcement that the JV game has been stopped and that they are going to waive the introductions. They're going to waive all the announcements from the PA, and they're going to try to get this game in before 10 o'clock. We'll do our Star Spangled Banner now, and I'll come back with our rest of our sponsors. All right, we're running down our sponsors right now. We mentioned Clearwater Restaurant and Canyon Way Dental. Another one of our sponsors for Newport Boys Soccer is Izzy's Pizza and Buffet. Izzy's Pizza is a Northwest tradition going back 40 years. Izzy's has locations in Albany and Corvallis, as well as the Agate Beach Izzy's in Newport, which has an awesome ocean view and great food. Izzy's Pizza, plus a whole lot more. I want to thank our sponsors, Super Oscars. Hefty portions of classic Mexican food in this counter-serve restaurant with booth seating. Open 24 hours. Visit Super Oscars in Newport. And also a great sponsor, Central Coast Soccer Association. The Central Coast Soccer Association is proud to support the Newport Cubs boys soccer team. CCSA provides recreational youth soccer throughout Lincoln County, spring and fall leagues for players starting as early as age 4. And we thank all of those sponsors for bringing you tonight's action. Newport Cubs, of course, the defending state champion. Their head coach is Ollie Richardson. Last year, they won the state championship with a win over Madras in the state final. The Tillamook Cheesmakers, they are the defending Coapa League champions, went to the state playoffs last year, lost to North Marion. Their head coach is Brian Reynolds. Both these teams have one game under their belt. The Newport Cubs beat Elmira 4-2, and the Tillamook Cheesmakers had a game with Junction City, scoring that pretty incredible for a soccer game, 10-0 Cheesmakers. So we're just about ready to start this. A whistle, and we're underway. We're at Tillamook High School, Tillamook Cheesmakers, Newport Cubs, boys soccer. Late start due to all the rain. And boy, it was a downpour. Lots of lightning, and you know the OSAA rule. Can't start a game until there's been at least 30 minutes since the last lightning. We had lots of it, and it was close. Cheesmakers in their white and black uniform with red letters. Newport, they are in their away uniforms, navy and white. Navy top, white letters. 10 goals for the Cheesmakers in their first action against Junction City. 4-2 win for the Cubs over Elmira. We'll be with the Cubs next week. We'll bring you action on the Newport Boys Soccer League matchups. They will play South Albany, their only loss all last year, and we'll bring you that game. In goal for the Cubs, number, let's see, we'll have to get his number down there, but that's Luis Reyes. Reyes, a junior, the goalkeeper. Cheesmakers in goal. And that will be, let me see, Alejandro Herrera. Yes, it is. It's Alejandro Herrera. Herrera He is also a junior. Two junior goaltenders tonight in action against each other. Cheesemakers with the ball. And there's a pass, goes out of bounds. Be a throw in for the Cubs. Players to watch tonight for the Cubs: Jose Gonzalez, Luis Reyes, the goaltender. Gonzalez was first team All-State last year. Reyes, second team All-State. Romario Mendoza, second team All-League last year. Jacob Spink, the fastest player on the Cubs team. And Andrew Torres, honorable mention last year. I had a chance to talk to both these coaches ahead of time. Had a chance to talk with Coach Richardson. We obviously had a long wait between the postponement of the JV game and this game. Coach Richardson very optimistic. He has a younger team than he had last year. He's got 12 seniors, but got some younger players who've worked their way into the varsity roster. Cheesemakers have high expectations. Made the playoffs last year before losing to North Marion in a very controversial goal at the end of that game. Cubs. Herrera comes out. Makes and there's a whistle. We'll have a free kick for the Cubs. On the free kick for the Cubs, that's number 21, and that is Jose Gonzalez. Well, let's see if he's going to take it or if actually number 30 might take it. That's Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez. It is going to be Vasquez. Number 30, there's the kick, hard kick, and a goal. Just hooked that into the left corner of the net, and the Cubs are on the board. That goal coming. 35:56 left here in the first half. So, Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez. Well, wait a minute. The referee called that goal off. No goal, and we're going to resume playing. I looked down to fill out my scorecard here, and first thing I saw, the referee called that goal off. So no score. Cubs come back. Taken away by the Cheesemakers. Ball at midfield. Cheesemakers send it back. Coach Richardson was very excited with tonight's action. He couldn't wait to get started. He went over and coached the JV for a while and actually coached them into a couple of goals. When they called that game, the Cubs JV was up 3-1. Cubs move forward. Behind the back kick that time. Head forward. They have a winger on the left and on the right. Cleared away. We're just underway here in action. Doc Adams Field at Tillamook High School. 34:15 left to go here in the first half. Two 40-minute halves. 10-minute intermission in between there. Nice crowd. Lots of people stayed in spite of all the hard rain that fell. Cubs send it to the outside, back towards the middle. Nobody there. Play in the middle. Cubs try to send it forward, taken away by Cheesemakers. possession back and forth now at midfield. Send it back to the goalie. That's Luis Reyes. Cubs are expecting a lot from Reyes this year. He had, of course, a stellar year last year as the Cubs won the state championship. First win ever for the Newport Cubs. Cheesmakers send it forward. And that ball goes out. Throw in coming up for the Cubs. So far, no shots on goal here. The one shot that did go in for Newport waved off by the referee. And that goes out. Be a throw-in coming up for the Cubs. Number 9 to throw it in, that's Jose Ponciano. Ponciano with the ball. Picked up there by Luis Mackless. Free kick coming up here for the Cubs. There's the kick in the middle and off to the side. Wide left. And that's going to go out. It goes out. It'll be Cheesemaker ball on the throw-in. Cheesemakers to throw it in. That's number 10. That's Ricky Acosta. Acosta on the throw-in. Back to Acosta, sends it forward. And right in front, that's going to be trouble. And Cubs tried to clear that ball one side to the other, standing right in the middle there. That was Luis Macias, and he turned to fire the shot at the goal and missed it wide left. Great opportunity for the Cheesemakers. Kind of a defensive breakdown there for the Cubs. Cubs come forward. It's number 10. This is Romario Mendoza. Mendoza, senior midfielder. All right, we're back in. Cheesemakers with the ball. And there's a shot and tipped and wide left. Nice tip that time by the goalie, Luis Reyes. That was a shot on goal, and Reyes, who's not very tall, got up in the air and blocked that shot off to the side. Reyes was second team All-State goalkeeper. Reyes is a junior. He's already a 3-year starter. He started for the varsity as a freshman. And the Cubs have got great production out of him. If you remember last year, the Cubs won the state championship on a shootout with Madras, and Reyes stopped 2 of the 4 shots he faced. Reyes with the kick. Deep kick out to midfield. Playing up front for the Cubs. In on goal, there's a shot, and there is a goal. .27:59 the time on that goal, 1-0. And that goal was by number 10 for the Newport Cubs, and that was Romario Mendoza. Mendoza's been playing up front with number 30, and that's Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez. And that time just went in, put the ball in the net. So Romario Mendoza with the goal. Newport 1, Tillamook 0. Like I said, that coming at 27:59 left to go in the first half. We're back underway. First goal of the game. Breaks the ice, goes to the Cubs, 1-0. Cubs back. Mendoza in the middle, knocked away. Virtually everybody on the Cheesmakers is back on defense. Cubs in the middle. There's a shot towards the front and cleared by the Cheesmakers. Back in front, though. Cubs doing a good job of putting pressure on the goalie, Alejandro Herrera. There's Mendoza, shot, falls down, gets up. Cubs got to go back and get the ball. And we had a whistle. We're going to have a free kick for the Cubs right at the 25-yard line. Vasquez, number 30 up there. He did the last kick. In fact, he kicked the last one in the net, but the referees waved that off. Let's see who actually takes the kick here. It's going to be Vasquez. Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez, midfielder, a senior. Vasquez with a kick. That one's over the net. So Vasquez with a kick over the net. We're still at 1-0 Cubs. That coming on a goal from Romario Mendoza at 27:59. Ball goes out. It'll be Cubs ball on the throw-in. Vasquez sends it in. And there's a kick, and that's off to the left. Send it out. Vasquez knocked out of bounds. We've not yet had a corner kick in this game. Tristan Wolf is going to throw it in for the Cubs. Or he fielded it, it was thrown in. There's a ball bounced in front, and that's going to go out. Cheesmakers with the ball. Low driving kick. Cheesmakers come down with it. Here come the Cubs. Knocked away, back out to midfield. And that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cheesmakers. On the throw-in for the Cheesmakers, number 10. And that was Ricky Acosta. There's the ball caught by Reyes. Nice high kick. Reyes comes out, fields it. Reyes has a nice high kick, kicks that ball over midfield. Substitution coming in the game for the Cubs. And the Cubs move forward. Herrera catches the ball, comes out, kick out to about the 45, and sent forward. That ball's going to go out, and that'll be Cubs ball. Cubs on the throw-in. Both these teams, I mentioned, 1-1. Cubs with a win over Elmira, 4-2. Cheesmakers with a win over Junction City, 10-0. Cubs' next game is on the 12th at Sweet Home, and then on the 14th at versus South Albany, that game in Newport, and we'll cover that game for you. Cheesmakers' next game is on the 9th versus LeGrand, and on the 26th then versus Banks. Cubs move forward. Get it off on the right wing. Cubs have played both sides of the field. They've moved in on both the right and left-hand sides, and they've moved in down the middle. So Cubs are spreading the whole field. Throw-in coming up. There's the throw-in. Knocked away by the Cheesmakers. We got a whistle. That's going to come back. Throw-in Cheesmakers. There's the throw-in. And that ball, the goalie moves out to field that ball and fell down. But the ball goes past the net. Be a throw-in coming up. And the Cubs are going to move everybody forward. In fact, just about the only person not over the 50-yard line for the Cubs is the goalie, and he's at the 40. There's the corner kick coming up. And that ball goes way out of bounds. All right, we're halfway through the first half. 20 minutes left to go here in the first half. Our only score, a goal for the Cubs, coming at 27:59, and that coming up by Romario Mendoza. Throw in, Cubs, there's the throw in. Cubs with the ball. They send it back. We've yet to see a throw-in for Ronan Krutzikowski for the Cubs. He's the one who does the little somersault flip on the throw-ins. Had a great picture in the Oregonian last year of him doing that. Cheesmakers, the ball over midfield. Send it forward. They're off on the right wing. Taken away by the Cubs. And that ball's going to go out. That'll be a throw-in coming up for the Cheesmakers. On that throw-in, that was number 16, and that's Brian Contreras. Cubs, kind of a pushing match going on there. That was number 8, Drew Torres for the Cubs. Kicked by the Cheesmakers. Headed away in the middle. Right now the Cheesmakers having a tough time getting the ball moving forward. Tough defense by the Cubs. Controlling the ball, number 21, Jose Gonzalez. There's a lob play back towards the back. Goalie comes out and gets that. It's a good thing because could have been trouble. There's the ball that goes out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Cubs. On the throw-in coming up, number 9. That is Jose Ponciano. And that ball goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Cubs. Wait a minute. Reverse there. Throw-in for the Cheesmakers. There is the throw-in. .16:20 left to go here in the first half. 1-0 Cubs. Cubs with the ball in front and knocked away. Good job that time by the Cheesmakers. Cheesmakers have it forward. With it, number 3, that's Luis Macias. Cubs forward. Torres after it. Can't get to it, picked up by the goalie. Drew Torres, a forward, he's a senior. You can hear the fans right below us, a number of Newport fans sitting directly below us. Cubs still lead by 1. Nice move in front. And there's a pass right in front. Nice crossing pass that time by Hugo Montalvo, but nobody was there in the front. Hugo Montalvo, he's a midfielder. He is a junior. You know, one of our sponsors is Clearwater Restaurant. They're a proud sponsor of the defending state champion Newport High School boys soccer team. Clearwater Restaurant on Newport Bayfront gives you a one-of-a-kind experience. They have breathtaking views, playful sea lions, and award-winning gourmet food with outdoor and indoor dining and a full bar and lounge. Here's to a great year on and off the field from your friends at Clearwater. Cheesemaker, kicked by the goalie, sends it out. Obviously, you can tell the stands here are metal, as the Newport fans get pretty worked up. And that ball is going to go out. Right throw in for the Cubs. Reminding you, we got off to a late start tonight because of the rain and the lightning. As a result, the last 20 minutes of the JV game was canceled with the Cubs leading that one 3-1. We got off to a start an hour later in the varsity game. We'll play the 40-minute first half, take a 10-minute break, and then 40-minute second half. They're hoping to get this game done by 10 o'clock so that the Cubs can get out on the road and get back. There's a throw in. Cheesemakers send the ball forward. The Cubs will send it back and start an offensive set. Cubs on the left wing. Try to get across through there. And goalie comes out and gets that. Alejandro Herrera, a junior, in goal for the Cheesemakers. .11:39 left to go here. First half, 1-0. Cubs. The only goal by Romario Mendoza. Cubs had a goal waved off on a free kick. There's a shot. If that looked like it was in the net, it was because of laying on the back of the net. And the goalie tried to get that. It's actually wound up in the net. Couldn't get it out of there, and so he got another ball. Now he gets it out. Low driving kick, and that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming up for the Cubs. Cubs take the ball away at midfield. And everybody runs by that one. Cubs manage to save it before it goes out. That's Vasquez who saved it that time. When he did, he held his wrist for a second, but he looks okay. All right, Cheesemakers send it forward. There's Acosta down the right side. Acosta trying to get something across. Hangs on to the ball in the corner, sends it back. Cheesemakers moving the ball, trying to get something in front. Oh, and just past the man in the middle. Cheesemakers still with the ball. There's a shot. It's wide left. Maybe the best opportunity there for the Cheesemakers. That was number 3 on the shot. Luis Macias. Macias with the shot that time, wide to the left. That may have been the best opportunity the Cheesemakers had here in the first half. We're now under 10 minutes. We're 9:03 left to go in the first. There's a free kick coming in and wide to the right. Cheesemakers are the defending Coapa League champions. Of course, the Cubs are the defending state champions. Cheesemakers are considered one of the favorites in the Coapa League this year, along with Seaside. And of course, the Cubs play in a very tough league, which includes South Albany, North Marion, Cascade, Staten. Winning that league is a tough job. There's a nice tackle that time. Nice tackle by the Cheesemakers. I believe that was number 6. I believe that was True Oliver. Throw in coming up for the Cubs. There's the throw in. Still only one goal. First goal of the game went to the Cubs. That was at 27:59 left to go in the half. A goal by Romario Mendoza. A nice save by the goalie that time. Got to juggle the ball and dove and got it outside of the goal. Good job by the goalie, Alejandro Herrera. Nice save by Herrera that time. Hard shot, he fielded it. Kind of ball fell out a bit and he managed to push it away from the goal. Cubs. Crossing. Cheesemakers come back with it though. And there's a long shot that's going to be saved on the sideline, saved from going out. Tried for a crossing play, blocked, and goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Cheesmakers. 5:15 left to go in the first half. There's a hard driving shot, and there's a goal. There is a goal. Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez, if you remember, he scored that first goal of the game, waved off by the referee, but just hammered that shot home. 5:03 the time on that. 2-0 our score. Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez. And you could see the ball was loose in there. Vasquez picked it up, took a couple of steps to the right, and just let it fly by the goalie. 2-0 our score. Cubs lead. It's another high kick towards the goal. And headed forward by the Cheesmakers. I didn't see that last call. It might have been offside. Ball comes forward. And nice ball control that time by Luis Macias down the side. Going to be a throw-in for Cheesmakers. Great speed, great ball control. Macias, a junior midfielder. The throw-in. Tries to head it towards the middle. .320 left to go here, first half. Macias again. Boy, he is fast. There's a shot. Oh my goodness, what a save that time by Reyes. Reyes got as high as he could get, got his hand up, tipped that ball over the crossbar. He's laying down there on his back. I think he exerted all the effort he could to get up in the air. First, it was a great shot by Macias as he came to the middle, let fly a shot. Macias all the way up in the air. That ball would have gone in had he not tipped it. He tipped it over the crossbar. A great save by Luis Macias. Second team All-State last year. Macias kind of jumping up and down a little bit. He jumped so high and then came down flat on his back. A shot, Macias picks it up. Cheesmakers would have been on the board that time had it not been for the effort, the great effort of Luis Macias, or I'm sorry, of Luis Reyes. Macias with the shot, Reyes with the save. We're under 2 minutes now, 1:57 left to go here in the first half. Cheesmakers have had 2 scoring opportunities here in the first half. Not been able to convert on either one, and that was just a great save by Reyes to prevent that last shot. 2 goals, of course, for the Cubs. One from Romario Mendoza, one from Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez. Closing in on 1 minute here. quickly in on goal, but the goalie, Herrera, came out, covered that shot. Vasquez with the ball. He had that goal that he just pounded into the net. Cheesemakers try to come forward. They send players forward, but not able to control the ball and get it over midfield. There is a great tackle on that play. The tackle by the Cubs, that's number 13. That's Julian Elizide. And there is the horn. That's the end of the first half. Here at Doc Adams Field at Tillamook High School, our score at halftime, Newport 2, Tillamook nothing. The two goals coming, the first one coming at 27:59 by Romario Mendoza, the second one at 5:09, that coming by Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez. Well, it's going to be a great season of Newport Cubs soccer. And we're proud to announce that we have great sponsors lined up for this year. These are our sponsors, and I want to thank all of them. First, Clearwater Restaurant. Clearwater Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the defending state champion Newport High School boys soccer team. Clearwater Restaurant is on Newport's Bayfront, and it gives you one of the finest dining experiences. It's a one-of-a-kind experience. They have a breathtaking view, playful sea lions, and award-winning gourmet food with outdoor and indoor dining and a full bar and lounge. Here's to a great year on and off the field from your friends at Clearwater's Restaurant. Canyon Way Dental is focused on providing families with the most comfortable dental care on the Oregon coast. Dr. Hewlett and his experienced staff are ready to help you with all of your dental needs and ongoing dental health. That's Canyon Way Dental. Another great sponsor is Izzy's Pizza Buffet. You know, Izzy's Pizza is a Northwest tradition now going back 40 years. Izzy's has locations in Albany and Corvallis, as well as the Agate Beach Izzy's in Newport, which has an awesome ocean view and absolutely great food. Izzy's Pizza is pizza plus a whole lot more. Another one of our great sponsors this year joining us for Newport Cubs boys soccer is Super Oscars. They have hefty portions of classic Mexican food in a counter-serve restaurant with booth seating. They're open 24 hours. Visit Super Oscars in Newport. And finally, Central Coast Soccer Association. The Central Coast Soccer Association is proud to support the Newport Cubs boys soccer team. CCSA also provides recreational youth soccer throughout Lincoln County. There are spring and fall leagues, and they have players starting as early as age 4. That's our sponsors this year for the Newport boys soccer games, which we will be bringing you. I want to tell you a little bit while we have a chance here about Oregon Sports Beat bringing you tonight's game. Oregon Sports Beat is the leading high school sports provider in the state of Oregon. We brought you Tuesday night. We were at Central Catholic High School for the volleyball game between two of the powerhouse volleyball teams, Central Catholic and Barlow. Tonight, we're bringing you this game, of course, the defending state champion Newport Cubs. We also are bringing you a game between Wilson and David Douglas. I'm not sure if that game is over yet. It started a little bit before our game, but we're bringing that. We have 3 football games on tap for you tomorrow night. You can catch these at OregonSportsBeat.com/SportsBeatTV. These are the 3 games, all 7 o'clock start time. Central Catholic and Jesuit, what many people refer to as the Holy War game. That's tomorrow night, and both teams are worked up for that game. Second game we're going to bring you is the Wilson and Lakeridge game. That's an audio broadcast, and that game is at Wilson. And then finally we'll bring you the game between Lincoln and the team that many consider to be the team to beat in high school football this year, along with Central Catholic and Jesuit, and that team would be Clackamas. I'll be there tomorrow night along with Shane Downey, and we'll bring you that game. So that's what we have coming up tomorrow night. Next week we have some interesting things coming up. On Monday night we'll have our show, Sports Beat TV. Ashley Williams and I will be doing that. We'll be doing that from the Rose City Futsal location, and that's in Tigard. We'll have a couple of guests. We'll have the Lincoln football head coach, Wes Warren, and we'll have the Wilson boys soccer head coach, Frank Matthews. So join us for that at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. On Thursday next week, we have a girls soccer matchup, St. Mary's at Central Catholic, and then we'll bring you that game that I've been talking about a little bit earlier. That's Newport and West Albany. West Albany, the only team to beat Newport last year. And next Friday, 3 more football games, Central Catholic and Barlow, Wilson and Madison, and Lincoln and Roosevelt. So we bring you lots of sports, high school sports here on Oregon Sports Beat. We'll do that tomorrow night, and we'll do that all next week. Tune in Monday night and catch our broadcast of our TV show, Sports Beat TV. Well, it's been an exciting first half. 2 goals for the Newport Cubs, one by Mendoza, one by Vasquez. Also a couple of great saves by Luis Reyes, particularly the one on the shot by Luis Macias. And that shot just under the crossbar, and Reyes managed to jump up, get his hands on that, and tip that ball over the net. This is kind of a treat for me tonight doing this game here at Tillamook High School, and I'll tell you the story. I had a chance to talk to the athletic director beforehand and talk to the supervisor of tonight's game. I've been doing broadcasting now for 36 years. I started football broadcast in 1981. My very first broadcast I ever did was right here on this field at Tillamook High School, as I did the Tillamook Cheesemaker football and basketball games for a couple of years. It was my chance to break into broadcasting, and I started here, and I'll never, ever forget the courtesies and the enthusiasm that the people at Tillamook, the people here in Tillamook, the people at the high school showed me. It motivated me, encouraged me to go on and do a broadcast career that's lasted for, as I said, 36 years. So I thank them. I got a chance to thank those people tonight. Some of them are still left around. In fact, the athletic director here at Tillamook High School, his name is, let me see if I can find it. Oh, Rex Metcalf. And Rex told me that when I was broadcasting those first couple of games, he was one of the players. So that was kind of a big thrill. Gives you a one-of-a-kind dining experience. They have breathtaking views, playful sea lions, and an award-winning gourmet food menu with outdoor and indoor dining and a full bar and lounge. Here's to a great year on and off the field from your friends at Clearwater Restaurant. Another great sponsor is Canyon Way Dental. Canyon Way Dental is focused on providing families with the most comfortable dental care on the Oregon coast. Dr. Hewlett and his experienced staff are ready to help you with all your dental needs and any ongoing dental health. That's Canyon Way Dental. Another sponsor that will be with us this year, Izzy's Pizza Buffet. Izzy's Pizza is a Northwest tradition going on now for years. Izzy's has locations all over the state, including in Albany and Corvallis, as well as the Agate Beach Izzy's in Newport, which has its own awesome ocean view and good food. That's provides. All right, we're underway. Second half, 2-0. Cubs lead. We've changed halves, so in this half, Cubs will move from our left to right. Cheesemakers move from our right to our left. Cheesemakers, white jerseys, red lettering, black pants. Cubs in their blue uniforms, white lettering. I guess I shouldn't say blue, they're navy uniforms. Free kick coming up here for the Cubs. From the side, blocked in by the Cheesemakers. All right, corner kick coming up here for the Cubs. Cubs go forward. There's the kick and headed away by the Cheesemakers. Nice job. Cross field, and that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Cheesemakers. Kick for the Cheesemakers. Sends it forward. And we had a whistle. Oh, I see. We got an injury. We got a player down on the field. The fans were yelling, "Stop the clock," and the clock was stopped. That's an alert fan. All right, the player gets up, kind of hobbling just a little bit, stays in the game. I still haven't seen the number. The player hasn't turned around. Cheesemaker player was down. Now he's up. All right, we had a goal kick from the goalie. Here come the Cubs. Alejandro Herrera in goal for the for the Cheesemakers. Luis Reyes in goal for the Cubs. Cheesemakers trying to get an offense going, trying to get the ball forward. Right now, a lot of players in midfield. Saved. Nice job on the save that time by Oscar Lozano for the Cheesemakers. There's a shot in the middle. Cheesemakers have a chance. Still with the ball. And no flag down there. There was a trip, no flag, and you can hear the Cheesemaker fans there are shouting. They wanted a penalty there. No penalty. Well, let's see. We have a player who's down back. A player down in the end zone. There was a collision down there. It looked like the Cheesemakers had a chance at a shot on the goal. There was a tackle and a collision. Player down. There was no penalty. They're tending to the player. I don't know, Ryan, can you see who the player's down, the number? All right. I was just checking with our producer, see if he had a better view. There's a post right between me and the player who is down, so I can't get a clear shot on the number. Clock has stopped. It's at 35:15. Second time the clock's been stopped here in the second half. I don't believe we had clock stoppage at all in the first half. Let's see who is up. Looks like, let's see. A couple of people are helping take the player off, so I can't get a clear shot on the number. As soon as I have that, I'll let you know. There was no penalty on any of the calls. All right, we'll start this. Cubs will have a free kick here. They were in possession when the action stopped. There's the kick. All right, there's a whistle. We got another player down. This time it's a Cub who's down. Referee. All right, that's number 30 for the Cubs, and that is the goal scorer from the first half. That is Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez, senior midfielder. And they're going to walk him off the field. So we didn't have any time stoppages in the first half. We've now had 3 in the second half. Throw in for the Cheesemakers. And that ball goes out. It'll be another throw in for the Cheesemakers. Send the ball back. Cheesemakers going to send it back forward. Both teams now just kicking the ball back and forth at midfield. Two to nothing Cubs as they come forward. And the goalie, Alejandro Herrera, comes out, gets the ball. Herrera with a kick. Nice high kick out to midfield. Both teams having some trouble getting the offense started at midfield. And that will go out. That'll be a throw-in for the Cheesmakers. We have another player down on the field. Clock is stopped. 32-17. It's the fourth stoppage in 8 minutes of action. Number of players standing around. Still not up. And that player is up and being helped off the field. Is that number 7? Is that who that is? Yeah, it is number 7. Number 7 for the Cheesmakers. He seems to be walking better as he gets over to the side of the field, and that is Oscar Lozano. Oscar, a defenseman, a junior. And he finally manages to get off the field under his own power. Clock back running now. I know we were having some discussions before the game started. Would they be able to get this game in before 10 o'clock, which they were trying to do. And I remember that the supervisor said to me, only if we have a lot of injuries. Well, we've had 4 in 8 minutes. And so that dream may come true. Bang. And just outside that time, Reyes made a jump. He was in the corner protecting the corner, just inches wide to the right, or I'm sorry, the left. 2-0, still our score. Cubs lead. Well played game. Reyes with a kick outside. Cubs forward, got to get onside. Number 15 that time. He jumped back and he was onside. That's Ronan Krutzikowski. There's a kick into the middle and wide. Cubs not able to get anything off at the goal. That shot goes out. Cheesmakers coming forward. They got a couple of players forward. Cubs with the ball. There's the throw in. Quickly ahead. A breakaway trying to get a crossing shot towards the goal and saved by the goalie right in the corner. Alejandro Herrera saved that in the corner. On the shot that time, the crossing shot, Kai Daniels. Herrera down and makes another scoop save. Looks like he'd make a great shortstop on the baseball team. All right, we're under 30 minutes left to go. We're at 28:04. It was about at this point in the first half that the Cubs scored another shot from the outside and another save there by Herrera. Scooting across the goal mouth on his knees there and managed to scoop that ball, make a save. 3 shots on goal here just in the last couple of minutes, and Herrera saved them all. Trying to get a crossing shot off, and this will be a throw-in for the Cubs. I'm sorry, free kick coming up for the Cubs. There's the kick out to midfield. And cleared away. .26:30 left to go here. We're at Doc Adams Field, Tillamook High School, 2-0 our score. Newport Cubs, the defending 4A state champions, lead the Tillamook Cheesmakers, the defending Quappa League champions. Lost to North Marion in the playoffs last year. Both these teams 1-0. Both played a game already. Cheesmakers had their last game canceled. That was the game with Sweet Home. That was canceled. There's the throw-in. Ball goes out. It'll be another throw-in coming up here. Throw-in for the Cubs this time. And a shot knocked down by Herrera. Herrera gets back to cover the goal. There's another shot knocked down. Cleared away now by the Cheesmakers. Good job by Herrera to get into position that time. Next week, these Cubs will be in action against South Albany. And if you remember, the only loss that the Cubs had last year was to South Albany. Play on the right sideline. Cheesmakers trying to work the ball in towards the middle and get a shot. There's a shot wide left. Still 2-0 our score. Reyes with a kick out to midfield. Cubs move forward. And the ball's out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in coming up for the Cheesmakers. Throw-in. Send it ahead. Cheesmakers still with the ball. All right, throw in coming in. Cubs to throw the ball in. On the throw in will be number 15, and that is Ronan Kritzikowski. He's the one who likes to do the little flip throw in, the somersault throw in. He does. Here it comes, and he throws it towards the goal. That's a great, great throw in for Kritzikowski. Stands back, goes forward, puts the ball down on the ground, flips, and the momentum from the flip carries the ball forward. Got to be pretty acrobatic and pretty accurate to do that. Cubs trying to get something in the front, a crossing shot. There's a shot in front, and there's a kick, and it was deflected. There's another kick, and that goes over the net. It was kind of wide left a little bit and over the net. You know, I want to tell you about one of our sponsors, Clearwater Restaurant. Clearwater Restaurant is proud to sponsor the defending state champion Newport High School Cubs soccer team. Clearwater Restaurant is on Newport's bayfront, and they give you a one-of-a-kind dining experience with breathtaking views, playful sea lions, and a gourmet meal that's one of a kind. They also have indoor and outdoor dining and a full bar and lounge. Here's to a great year, both on and off the field, from your friends at Clearwater Restaurant. All right, we've got another player down. This will be the 5th stoppage of time that we've had here in the first half. It's a Cheesemaker player who's down. Haven't been able to see the number on this player yet. 2-0 our score. Goals in the first half. One coming at 27:59 by Romario Mendoza. One coming at 5:09, and that was by Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez. And no scoring here in the second half. In fact, the second half dominated by 5 stoppages in play for injured players. This will be the 3rd injured player for the Cheesemakers. 2 injured players for the Newport Cubs. In a minute, we'll be halfway through the second half. The injured player being walked off the field. All right, we're ready to get action started back up. Goalie kick coming up here. There's the kick, low driving kick out to midfield. Herrera comes out to stop that. Looked like the Cubs had a chance at a breakaway there. But Herrera came out, fielded the ball, kicked it to midfield. Cheesmakers send it forward. The only player they have down there on offense, though, at the time was number 11. Adam Wilson. So up front for the Cheesmakers right now, they're playing 11 Adam Wilson and number 15 Chris Jimenez. Jimenez, a sophomore. Also up front, they're playing Oscar Lozano. So those three players have been up front. Lozano, Jimenez, and Wilson. Right, referee's whistle. Let's see what the referee's doing. He walked over to the sideline. All right, there's some misunderstanding of what's going on, and I don't know, the referee signaled now. He signaled for play to start. In the interim, he had walked over to the Newport bench. The clock stopped, so I'm not sure. Cubs with the ball, send it in the middle, knocked away, and there's a whistle. Number 10 for the Cubs pushed to the ground. That's Romario Mendoza, scored the first goal of the game. This will be a free kick for Mendoza. There's a shot, blocked away. Mendoza shot into the wall and blocked away. There's a shot towards the goal, wide right. That ball goes out. It'll be a throw-in coming up for the Cubs. 17:30 left to go here in the game. 2-0 our score. There's the throw in by Kretzikowski, another flip throw in. I was looking for him and couldn't see him in the corner, and then I realized he had flipped. He was down on the ground flipping over, fired that ball towards the middle. There's a kick from the side. Cheesemakers only had 2 players back. They had control of the ball, lost it. They need to generate some offense quickly. They're down by 2. There's a pass back to the goalie, a kick by Reyes. Kretzikowski's got that great-looking flip throw in, and now he's done it twice in this game very effectively. He gets a lot of momentum when he comes up from that flip and fires the ball towards the goal. And that ball is going to go out. (15:30). 2-0 Cubs. All the goals coming in the first half. It would seem to me like the Cheesemakers need to press forward down 2 goals to none. Get more offensive players. Cubs coming up the side, that ball still in. Great play on the side that time by number 12, Kai Daniels, the junior midfielder. Free kick that time, that was taken by number 5. Brawley Mendez. Number 5, all the way down, and that goes out. Be a throw-in coming up 4. Well, the ball's so far to bounds, can't see it. I believe it's a throw-in for the Cheesemakers. No, that was actually a throw-in for the Cubs. Now another throw in, this one for the Cheesemakers now. Have the ball in the middle, cleared away. All right, over the end line, they send the ball back to the goalie. Cubs tried to get something going that time, coming down the left. Knocked away, back out to midfield. Cubs with a shot that hooks. Oh my goodness, from that far away, it hit the crossbar, in on goal with a shot and blocked in there by Herrera. That was a shot from 45 yards away. It looked like it was going to be wide, and it hooked in there. tipped away by Herrera. It tipped right in front because the rebound came down right down in front. A Cub player tried to knock it in, and Herrera smothered the ball. No goal. All right, the clock is stopped. The player is down. I'm not sure. It might be Herrera. It is Herrera. Alejandro Herrera is down, the goalie. He made a great play on that shot and smothered the ball on the rebound. So the clock has stopped again. 11:55 left to go here in the game. Herrera sits up. The trainer is there. Herrera is up and he's walking off. Herrera's walking off on his own. He took his jersey off. There was a long shot from outside. Herrera tipped it. The rebound came down in front of him. One of the Cub players was in for a rebound shot. There was a collision. Herrera came down on the ball. I couldn't tell for sure whether he maybe got it hit in the head from the collision or got kicked. Referee immediately signaled stop play. Herrera was laying down in the goal mouth. Well, let's see what's going to happen here because the Cheesmakers need a goalie. Okay, I'll look at my roster here and see who we've got for the backup goalie. And let's see. Well, I'm looking down the roster and there's no other goalie designated on the roster. So let's see who this is. Okay, I don't have a name yet on that, and of course there's no other goalie designated on the Tillamook roster, so let's see what we can find out. Unfortunate for Herrera because he has played outstanding, gave up 2 goals, but could have been a lot worse, and he's kept the Cheesmakers in this game. Booming kick from the goalie. Forward, see if they can get a shot off Cubs with a shot. Wide to the left. So they test the goalie right off the bat. I believe that shot was by Torres. Drew Torres, it was. New goalie in the game, and the Cubs trying to put some pressure on that goalie, trying to get off a couple of shots. Torres did get one away, which the goalie saved. Here come the Cheesemakers forward. Cubs come forward, blocked by the Cheesemakers. Trying to save that ball. They do. Still in. Cheesemakers with the ball. Try to send it forward. Goalie going to come out, field that. Nice long kick. Backup goalie doing a great job here since he came into the game for Herrera. Five stoppages of action so far here in the second half for injuries. That ball out, going to be a throw-in coming up for the Cheesemakers. We're exactly 9 minutes left in this game now. 2-0 Cubs. There's the throw in. There's a shot and a goal. Cheesemaker goal, a shot initially stopped by Reyes, but it trickled in. Reyes on the stop, but trickled in, and a goal for the Cheesemakers, and they're on the board. That goal coming at 8:39 left here in the game. That changes things considerably. All right, did you guys see who scored the goal? Yeah, we're up here in the press box, and there was a lot of people there right around the ball. Didn't see which player exactly got the goal, but a Cheesemaker goal. 8:39 left to go. 2-1 now, Cubs. Now a one-goal game with 8 minutes left to go. We're headed towards an exciting finish with that goal. Cheesemakers 2-1. There's a whistle. There's a whistle, and there's a yellow card. A yellow card comes out of the referee's pocket. And that yellow card is going to be on Newport, number 21, Jose Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a very rough tackle that time. Okay, and getting up is number 7 for the Cheesemakers, and that is Oscar Lozano. A very rough tackle. A penalty on Gonzalez of the Cubs. There is the kick down towards the middle, and Reyes comes out. That ball is loose. Reyes tried to make the save. The ball was loose. The goal was empty. Cheesemakers couldn't take advantage of that. We're going to have a corner kick coming up. Corner kick for the Cheesemakers. The momentum in this game has drastically shifted. 7:40 left to go in the game. There's the corner kick, knocked away, headed back, saved. It's in front. Cubs clear it. Reyes had to make a jump that time to save the ball. Momentum hasn't just shifted, it's cascaded to the Cheesmakers. 2-1, our score. Cubs still lead on those two first half goals. Torres moves the ball forward. Cheesmakers move it back. You can hear how excited now Cheesmakers are. The crowd is really excited. A lot of Newport fans sitting directly below us, and they're chanting, "Let's go Cubs." That was a scare that time, and Reyes has had a couple of scares now. Dropped the ball one time after a save. That time tried to tip the ball. Ball was loose in front of the net. Pressure coming from everywhere as far as the Cheesmakers are concerned. Penalty, we'll have a free kick coming up for the Cubs. .6:15 left to go in this game. There's the kick forward. Headed back away by the Cheesmakers. Rams have not scored now since 5 minutes to go in the first half. 40 minutes they've gone without scoring. A couple of great attempts, but no score. And now that the Mooks are on the board, it is 2-1 Cubs. And there's a free kick right on goal. Goalie comes up with a nice save, just crouched down, took that shot. Reyes will wait, let that ball go off to the side. Reyes was back there by himself. He wanted to get some help. He was signaling other players to come back. Reyes with the kick out to midfield. We're under 5 minutes now, 4:55 left to go in the game, 2-1 Cubs. Throw in coming up for the Cubs. Cheesmakers have hustled and got themselves back in the game, almost picked up a tying goal. Shot ahead. Taken away. Torres had the ball taken away. Cubs off to the side. There's a shot off to the left. That was Torres on the shot. True Torres. .340 left to go here. 2-1. That's going to go out. That'll be a throw-in coming up. Throw-in for the Cubs. Exciting finish here at Tillamook High School. Cubs 2, Cheesmakers 1. There's the throw-in. Headed forward, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in coming up, and that'll be a throw-in for the Cheesmakers. On the throw-in for the Cheesmakers, it'll be number 5, Brawley Mendez. Mendez on the throw-in. Headed forward, and the Cubs clear it. 2:50 left to go here in the game. We're working our way down to a very exciting ending. 2-1 Cubs, 2:50, throw in. Headed forward, Cubs send it back downfield. Torres thought he was going to get a breakaway that time, but it was knocked down by the Cheesemakers. Cheesemakers sent it forward and scooped up. Reyes on the scoop. Reyes has got a great kick. There it is. Oh. Cubs tried to hit her and actually sent it the wrong way. And let's see, we got a free kick coming up for the Cheesemakers. No, throw-in coming up. Ball went out of bounds. Throw-in for the Cheesemakers. There's the tackle. And that'll be on the Cheesemakers. Rough tackle that time. Clock running, 1:30. See if the Cheesemakers move their goalie up at all. It's only a 1-goal lead, 2-1. 1:20. Cheesemakers trying to come forward. There's a kick, blocked forward. Cheesemakers rush forward. Cubs trying to get that ball forward. I don't know why I called them the Rams. There's a kick, Reyes. Reyes over midfield. Cubs come forward. We're under a minute, 44 seconds. Torres works his way, tries to get a shot off, blocked. Blocked by the Cheesemakers, ball loose, 34 seconds. The ball will go to the Cheesemakers. I believe that's a penalty on Torres. Torres coming out of the game. The clock has stopped at 22 seconds. It'll be a kick coming up here for the Cheesemakers. Final 22 ticks on the clock coming up. There's the kick forward. Nice hard driving kick. And Cubs have it. Luis Macias, tipped back. We're under 10, we're under 5, 4, 2, 1. There it is, that's the end of the game. That is the end of the game. 2-1, our final score. Newport defeats Tillamook. Newport goes to 2-0, Tillamook at 1-1. An exciting action here. I'll recap the scoring for you. 2 goals in the first half by the Newport Cubs, one by Romario Mendoza that at 27:59, one by Ricardo Gonzalez Vasquez at 5:09. That made it 2-0 at the end of the first half. 1 goal here in the second half, that coming at 8:39 left to go in the game, and that was scored by the Cheesemakers. We didn't get the number on that, and we'll have to do that post-game. Also great play in this game. Luis Reyes played a great game for the Newport Cubs in goal. Also, both goaltenders for the Tillamook Cheesemakers, Alejandro Herrera, and the substitute goalie, which we didn't have a number for, and we'll have to do that post-game. So thanks for joining us tonight at Tillamook High School. I want to thank all of our sponsors who made this broadcast possible. These sponsors will be with us, and we appreciate their help and support. First, Clearwater Restaurant. Clearwater Restaurant is proud to sponsor the defending state champion Newport High School Cubs soccer team. Clearwater Restaurant is on Newport's bayfront, and it gives you one of the best dining experiences you could have. They have breathtaking views, playful sea lions, and an award-winning gourmet food menu with both indoor and outdoor dining and a full bar and lounge. Here's to a great year for the Newport Cubs, both on and off the field, from your friends at Clearwater. Also, Canyon Way Dental is focused on providing families with the most comfortable dental care on the Oregon coast. Dr. Hewlett and his experienced staff are ready to help you with all of your dental needs and your ongoing dental health. That's Canyon Way Dental. Izzy's Pizza Buffet. You know, Izzy's has been a Northwest tradition dating back 40 years. Izzy's has locations in Albany and Corvallis, as well as the Agate Beaches Izzy's in Newport, which has an awesome ocean view and great food. That's Izzy's Pizza, plus a whole lot more. Our sponsor, Super Oscars, they have hefty portions of classic Mexican food in counter-serve restaurant with both buffet seating and booth seating. Open 24 hours. Visit Super Oscars in Newport. And finally, the Central Coast Soccer Association. The Central Coast Soccer Association is proud to support the Newport Cubs boys soccer team. The CCSA provides recreational youth soccer throughout Lincoln County. They have both spring and fall leagues for players starting at age 4. That's our great sponsors. If you get a chance, stop in and see them. Thank them for bringing you Newport Soccer, and tell them what a great privilege it is to do that and help sponsor the defending state champions. Quickly, I'll recap for you what we got coming up here at Oregon Sports Beat. You can catch us. We are the high school sports leader here in Oregon. Tomorrow night, 3 football games, Central Catholic and Jesuit in the Holy War at 7 o'clock. Lincoln and Clackamas at 7 o'clock. Shane Downey and myself will be doing that game, and the Wilson Lake Ridge game at 7 o'clock. Monday night, Sports Beat TV will be around. Ashley Williams and I will be at the Rose City Futsal location in Tigard. Wes Warren will join us, the head football coach at Lincoln, and Frank Matthews, the boys soccer coach at Wilson, will join us. Next Thursday night, 2 big soccer matchups. The girls' soccer matchup, St. Mary's at Central Catholic at 6:15, and also Newport and South Albany, the only team to beat the Cubs last year. We'll bring you both those games. And next Friday night's football, Central Catholic versus Barlow, Wilson versus Madison, and Lincoln versus Roosevelt. Want to thank the people here at Tillamook High School, especially the athletic director who helped me out a lot before the beginning of the game, Rex Metcalf. Both head coaches talked to us and we had an opportunity. The people here who assisted us in information on the long delay that we had with the rain downpour and the lightning. Thanks to all of those people for helping make this possible. My crew tonight, our producer, engineer, Ryan Johnson, our cameraman, Orlando Sanchez, who had some great shots on some of those great action down on the field. So finally, from Tillamook High School, Doc Adams Field, I'm Dave Hall. Our final score tonight in an exciting game, the Newport Cubs 2, the Tillamook Cheesmakers 1. Good night, everybody.